Entombed Valley. And by the way, guys, this is a live match. So you might wonder, what, live? Really? What time is it in Serbia? Well, I can tell you guys that it's 3 or maybe even 4 AM, but I don't think they got the +1. I think only Ukraine gets it, or like Ukraine is the Ukraine line. Let's call it the Ukraine line. I think that's where
the Ukraine line.
That's where the +1 starts. In any case, this is a live matchup. BeastyQT is making it a late night. Now we do know that he lost his late nights, Ben. As you stated before, we lived for over 90 days with BeastyQT. I saw a lot of his games. I'm always inspired when I watch him play. I think he's an awesome guy. Might be a little bit whiny from time to time. Like, he takes losses hard, certainly
yes,
against the race that he plays right now, but overall, fantastic player, fantastic guy. And it's awesome that he's playing live in the middle of the night.
The only real criticism I can make of Beasty as a player, Kevin, is that when he gets rattled, he seems to fall apart a little bit. When he's playing his best StarCraft, he is... I truly believe he is at the same level as the top Koreans. But when he's off his game, when something goes wrong and he has to kind of make do or maybe improvise a little bit, I feel like he's just not comfortable playing from those weird positions.
Yeah, it's his mindset as well. Just as many of those foreign turns out there, Ben. As soon as one thing starts going wrong, it feels like a lot of things are going wrong. They get upset and they are not pleased about anything, and they blame everything but themselves. And it's sad to see BC sometimes like that, because as you said, if BC plays his absolute A++ game, as we like to call it, he is really a monster, and he's always a cutie whether he plays his A game or not.
Oh, he sure is. We definitely miss Beasty. It was so fun having him here with us for a little while.
Miss him loads. Of course, Liquid HerO is also a lovely Protoss player. Unfortunately, we never had the chance to live with him. Ben, I wouldn't mind, though. I wouldn't mind at all.
No, I've heard some really great stories about HerO. HerO is quite popular with the ladies, in fact, Kev.
Well, can't blame the ladies. Can't blame HerO.
Well, I mean, he's a handsome guy. He's a super successful pro gamer. And I heard a really funny story once where HerO was like, oh, yes, the ladies love me, but I'm not going to settle down. I'm only going to marry someone that's as famous as I am.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
That's cool. Of course, guys, as we were talking about how awesome these guys are, and we're not making it up, they really are that cool. BC also has a great self-reflection, in my opinion. Like, he says, I know that there are people out there who don't like me, and he's like, I would never say that I'm the nicest guy out there. And he said, I would even admit that they have a good reason to dislike me because I don't always behave perfectly. He's like, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I was like, oh, that's so adorable. As HerO is scouting, and we saw HerO opening up with a double gas, by the way. He wasn't putting all the probes in the assimilators yet. As we can see right now, still just 2 probes on each assimilator.
This is
wow, that's a very offensive pylon, by the way.
Probe, hidden pylon, as we sometimes like to say.
But BC's opening is not all that bad, man. Despite opening up with a refinery, which I believe HerO Scout, no, HerO never was able to enter the main base. I actually thought he did, so excuse me for that. Oh, the Reaper follow-up, that is not good, because you know why, man. It takes 45 seconds to create a Reaper. This is excellent, though, for Beasty, as he's going to get a free Zealot. It's important not to take any real damage on the Marauders. Actually, it takes 2 slices. But
you have to realize he is, of course, microing from Serbia on the North American server, so sometimes we do see missteps and imperfect control. Both players expanding at around the same time. These Marauders still going to push forward. This is a little scary for HerO, who's only got a single gate right now.
Yep, and he did drop the Nexus, so I'm going for the Parting expand, as Parting used to play like this for quite a while with just 2 probes on gas, then adds 2 additional gates. A lot of Protoss players love this build, Ben, and can't blame him, it is an excellent build. BC's command center is not as quick as it would have been if he would go for the no gas fast expand build, but he is able to put a little bit of pressure on the front. If you guys wonder, like, why is he adding the Reaper? Because Protoss needs their full attention to deal with these 2 Marauders as they kill Stalkers in head-to-head battles.
Probe tries to sneak out, but BC's going to catch it. That's a very important play. It also alerts HerO to what BC's doing.
Exactly. Now HerO actually knows, because BC's plan originally was to bring this Reaper over here. Look at where the Stalkers are, but this also means that, oh, wow, great force field by HerO. Superb defense by HerO so far.
Yeah, very nicely done. Even killing the Reaper, and Beasty has no choice.
Totally shuts this down.
You know, BC going for a little bit of early aggression, Kevin. I don't think it really put him behind, though. I mean, expansion's finishing about the same time, worker count about the same, but Beasty is on double orbital. I think he's in okay shape moving forward. HerO, of course, obviously very comfortable.
Loving this follow-up, by the way, Ben. Double Rex reactor, so that means that he's going to get a ton of Marines. And I'm curious to see when he's going to drop that factory, or if he is even going to drop the factory. He has the gas for it right now, but he might just want to go for a super sick 3 Rex and put and just kind of try to all in. HerO has to be careful.
HerO overextending. Well, maybe not.
That's
actually these force fields are phenomenal, and he's going to catch 2 more Marauders.
He's going to lose 1 more Stalker.
Doesn't want to risk losing that those last 2 Marauders. Throwing down extra bunkers because he is very aware.
Those bunkers are not going to die though. Good focus fire right there by Beasty. Picked off that 1 Stalker. That's a great pick off.
I love that those SCVs are out in front of this bunker.
Beasty is dropping the factory now, Ben, which kind of makes me wonder if he wants to wait for the medevacs. It's going to be pretty damn late. But he could have dropped the factory much quicker as he had that gas for quite a while. So I kind of wonder what Beasty's plan is, if he's going to try to hit some sort of timing, or if he's just going to wait for the first 2 medevacs.
Maybe he's feeling like he needs medevacs because he's facing some kind of crazy gateway aggression. Of course, he has no way to... He hasn't scanned. I don't think he's scanned. No, he has no way to know exactly what HerO's doing.
HerO is dropping the Robo Bay right now, Ben. That's a pretty quick robotic support bay.
These rocks?
Oh, HerO. Oh, Stim is ready, so at least 1 Stalker is going to die. Actually, all of these Stalkers are going to die. That's great for Beasty, as Stim was finishing up, and HerO did not get out of there in time. A little bit sloppy there by HerO, and this is a great start for Beasty. Look at the resource loss step, man. This is pretty huge for a Protoss player.
You also spotted that pylon in the bottom left. Maybe he's going to wait till he has a medevac out before he goes and does anything about it.
He's still a little bit worried because you don't suddenly want to run into 6 gate pressure with a lot of units coming in over here from the north. So I can totally understand Beasty. You'd rather be safe than sorry, man.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Kev. We did go ahead and make some predictions before this game started. We both chose HerO to win this series, but I would certainly be very pleased if Beasty was able to manage the upset.
And let's talk about, I went for HerO as well, even though, I mean, I love HerO. He's one of my favorite Protoss players without a doubt. Definitely top 3 of my favorite Korean Protoss players, but as you said, we know Beasty very well personally, so it would be awesome to see him win. But yeah, HerO is the favorite for me as well.
3rd command center is not even started yet for Beasty. Why does he want to kill these rocks? Maybe he just wants to kill the pylon from the high ground, from the safety of that high ground.
It just makes it all a little bit easier. The thing is though, Ben, as HerO dropped a pretty quick robo support bay, and even despite putting on quite some pressure, he lost a lot of stalkers. Actually, he doesn't have a single stalker on the map right now, so defending against drops is going to be a little bit tougher. SCV, I'm sure that Beasty would have loved to see a Nexus over here already, Ben.
Does Beasty see the Observer? Yes, he does. That's a really nice pick off, and that's going to really darken things for HerO.
Certainly, because HerO needs the robotics facility right now. This actually really doesn't look all that great for HerO at the moment. Now, knowing HerO, Ben, he will probably find some way to still cover every area and be all fine. But normally, this is a super tough position for Protoss to be in. I'd be really afraid if I was HerO right now, but this is HerO, so I guess he has a plan.
Well, he does immediately send out a probe, which is really nice. But Beasty's got a Marine in position to intercept this probe. Which is going to...
Oh, great force fields by HerO. Oh my god. And Beasty's not using the medevacs to pick up those units, so wow. Okay.
Wow.
HerO does not have to be afraid, man, because he's HerO.
Yeah, he's in excellent shape now, Kevin. After that exchange, going catapulting ahead in the resources lost tab and making himself completely safe from any additional
little sloppy from Beasty.
Felt like he just looked away for a second.
Oh, but actually HerO's quite far out of position right now, Ben. Oh, he has a couple of stocks in his main. Never mind, he's all good. That's so sick how easy he turns things around. He makes everything look easy. It's unfair. Look at this as well. Like, little probe, but massive information there.
And HerO should have spotted that. He isn't really positioning anything for it just yet.
Orange is such a nice color to spot on the minimap there.
That's actually a really true point. Beasty does go ahead and unload this little medevac to try and pick off this spotter pylon. Pylon kind of serving its purpose there. Ooh,
oh, sentry. That's okay.
Nice.
It's very nice. Doesn't lose anything, picks off a pylon and a sentry. And he could pick up this pylon as well. Maybe even the Stalker, as he still has those concussive shells, and I think he will get it. Hey, this is really nice. Beasty getting a couple of minor exchanges, but those are pretty big. He's even going to get a Zealot, maybe. Oh, Beasty.
Yeah,
but he's going to lose everything.
Lose the medevac and all that work. Now
But during all that, Ben, HerO's army was actually a little bit out of position, and Beasty is going to force a cancel on this Nexus.
Maybe timing it just a little bit too quickly.
He rather goes for the Stalkers, which I can't blame him for. This is guaranteed damage, man. This is 3 Stalkers and 2 Zealots and a pylon, and then he will still be able to get out of there. This is Beasty is playing really solid.
Live to harass another day behind this. Beasty has taken his own 3rd base. He's mining there. He's got the orbital working.
Wow, and look at the worker count as well, Ben. 61 SCVs against 59 probes for HerO. Beasty, despite making that one mistake over here, sending those units too far forward, making it too easy for HerO to force field up and not picking up those units, has pretty much played a flawless game. And right now, HerO has lost way more resources again than Beasty.
These guys playing very evenly, it seems, at least at this point in the game. There is an observer spotting Beasty's army right now.
And then with an economy like this, it actually gets really nice to play against Colossus, because Beasty has the money to overproduce Vikings. And the moment you overproduce Vikings, we've seen it in, for instance, TT1 against the Muslim, where the Muslim had enough Vikings. Colossus, I mean, the Colossus are never useless. I will never say in a million years become useless. But if a Terran has that many Vikings, it's quite easy to deal with them.
Something else that's kind of working against HerO right now is he's pretty far from any sort of Templar tech.
Oh, free Colossus!
Oh no, HerO, that's a huge mistake, and the Vikings will easily pick off that Colossus.
That's massive. Good forward blink there though. He's going to pick off one Viking. Stim is activated right now, still decent positioning. BC, you don't really have to fight yet. Your economy is so much better.
He's not completely committing, does lose some units maybe a little bit carelessly.
I shouldn't have over-exaggerated. It's not so much better, but he's been out-mining HerO for a little while. And that also means that he can attack with 12 Vikings rather than with 6. I mean, right now he has 6 Vikings over here against 3 Colossus, even though one of them is low on HP. Like, BC doesn't really have to fight right now. Look at the bank he has. 4th base is on the way. He's working on upgrades. 2-2 is on the way. HerO is actually going to chase a little bit. He has Blink, of course. Does not have charge.
Managing to pick off the factory there from Beasty, but still, Beasty's setting up a big sort of concave, and he's just going to fight right now. Big offensive blink from those Stalkers, but they're blinking right on top of a lot of Marauders. Beasty trying to spread out his army a little bit. Hard to say which way this is going, as HerO does have more supply, but these Marauders doing a good job focusing the Colossi.
If that last Colossus falls, it's actually quite okay. That one HerO Marauder tries to kill it, but nice micro by HerO. These 2 Vikings will get it.
Absolutely, yes, and that's... supply-wise, HerO is vaulting ahead a little bit, but Beasty's reinforcements are coming in here. There's not really anything out for Protoss to deal with the bio.
Yep, Beasty really didn't have to fall back right now, Ben. I felt as long as these Zealots were not there, that was a free Immortal and a couple of Stalkers, and I think Beasty could have evened things out. But he has the bank, and he's up to 4 bases. Oh, misrally Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise! Barrel roll!
Tom Cruise, you messed up again!
You saw that barrel roll?
He did a
barrel roll to safety. If he was playing Looping Lou right now, he'd be mad wrong.
Nah, man, HerO would be in trouble.
Oh yeah, yeah, because he got finished off by barrel roll, basically. BC still with 1100 minerals in the bank. Well, HerO has a lot of probes right now, but army supplied 65 against 55. BC right now, even in a small upgrade advantage. How often do we see that? 17 or 18 minutes into the game.
Yeah, HerO was a little slow adding his second forge. Finally, he's sort of closing that gap, and he'll finish his 3-3 before Beasty does.
Yeah, it's not a mistake though, as if you open up like that, gateway aggression and then Colossus, you can't squeeze in those forges somewhere. You can't just do everything and rob double forts. Or well, you can, but then you're gonna have absolutely 0 units. So opening up with gateway aggression will make no sense. This planetary is taking a lot of damage, but yeah, HerO wisely decides to back off.
He can repair and.
But the bad thing is for BC, Storm is going to be ready soon. Even though BC is adding Ghost, but I don't really want to go into those Ghost High Templar wars. I felt that if BC would have waited a little bit longer with his first attack and get more Vikings, it would have been better for him.
Again, HerO darts in, but again, the planetary forces him back a little bit. Colossi.
Only 3 Vikings right now. Only 2 Vikings remaining, as BC anticipated a bigger or a quicker High Templar switch, I guess.
He does have 4 popping out, though, so Viking count climbing pretty steadily. And
this planetary fortress is an excellent way in buying time. HerO's just going to go for it right now, though. Well, he really has to kill this planetary.
And he will kill the planetary.
But at what cost? Oh, that's a great storm.
A beautiful storm. Beautiful storm, and BC even going to lose a couple of ghosts here.
Okay, that's pretty much a game-changing move right there. All 3 ghosts will fall. Charge is going to be ready again.
As well, catching more of Beasty's units, and this is rapidly spiraling out of control for Beasty as he just doesn't have an answer for the Colossi. And now there's no answer to the High Templar after losing all of his ghosts. HerO with impeccable control. And Kevin, Beasty has nothing really to answer back with. He's down to just 120 supply and reeling.
Oh, and he's going to focus the Archons right now, and they soak up so much damage. Now the Stalkers will fall, though. If only he has those couple of Vikings popping out, but he did lose just a lot of SCVs now already. 3-3 is just not ready yet. More Zealots coming in from HerO as well. But still, I'm impressed by sort of how close BC made this game.
And once again, he will pull workers and try to make a valiant last stand, but the Zealot count, the Colossi, the High Templar all complicate things just a bit too much, as HerO does finish off the game and takes it 1-0.
Yeah, great overall game by HerO, and he also really hit on the right moment. If he would have let Beastie mine from those 4 bases a little bit longer, then suddenly it gets a lot more tricky, certainly because he didn't have an upgrade advantage. But HerO just striking at the right moment. I thought it was a bold call to make, to actually just storm in at the planetary, because how often don't you see those planetaries so close to dying?
Never dies, never dies, never
and if
dies.
those Colossus then actually start shooting on the planetary as well, that means, hey, it's like Bio Labor Day. They can just shoot shoot wild and just kill a lot of Protoss units. But HerO made the right call, took out the planetary, and then also just took a great fight. As I said before while the game was going, I think Beastie anticipated a quicker High Templar switch. That's why I kind of stopped producing Vikings after that big fight in the middle. Because having only 3 Vikings against 2 Colossus, it's not enough.
That was no bueno. Either way, I thought both players played really, really nicely.
Yeah, really cool game.
Very eager to see game number 2. That's going to be coming up after this short break. That first game brought to you guys by Stamps.com. Hassle-free postage from your PC. You can visit www.nasl.tv/p/stamps for a special offer. Go check them out today. Order your special NASL postage. Maybe someday soon you can have Roddy's face on a stamp.
That would be awesome.
We're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. Game 2, Beastie versus HerO, when we return.